Why do our pets leave us too early? Why our pets suddenly have disease and die and we can't help them? Hi, I'm the Outdoor Witch, animal communicator, outdoor lover, energy healer, and owner of several animal friends. Today I want to talk about a quite sad topic, which is the death of our beloved pets and animal friends. But I think it's very, very important. And Midwin is behind me again today to do that video. She's my best assistant and probably the real witch of the two. Okay, so yeah, I wanted to talk about that topic, which is quite sad and hard, which is the death of our beloved pets. Because it had happened to me, of course, with all the animals I have, and one of these deaths was really, really hard, and that was the death of Nix, my sweetie dog. She died a year and a half ago, and I can still feel the pain, and it's still really difficult to go over it. But I've talked so much with her, I'm still communicating with her, and I know she's always there. And she's actually the one who pushed me in that direction of now saying it out loud that I can communicate with animals. And she is the one who put me on the path I am now regarding animal healing and also all the things I'm doing with the huskies, the rehoming of sled dogs, and this other part of my life which is so important to me. So I'm going to tell you kind of briefly the story of Nix and what happened then. So I was in Finland to do a winter expedition, Arctic expedition on my own. That was nearly 2 years ago now. And she was here with me and her sister Sparta, and we were training like all through winter together. But for the expedition itself, they couldn't come with me because they are not huskies or Arctic dogs, and they couldn't stand the cold and the amount of snow I would face during this 3 or 4 weeks expedition. So they flew back home. I flew back to Switzerland then with them, and I had to leave them there with my husband because while I was doing my expedition. And as I started the expedition, Nix, who was really like my dog, if I can say so, she was really attached to me, um, and Sparta a bit more to my husband. So Nix was really like my dog, and we had rescued them when they were about 2 months and a half old. So there was something very special with these two dogs, and especially with Nix since the beginning. I had done so many expeditions with them, so many long trips and things. So there was something like the bond was so strong. And I had talked to Nick. She knew I was going to be away for about 2 months, but then I would come back. And it was planned that she would come on my arrival after the expedition. Um, but about 2 weeks, not even 2 weeks, a week and a half after I started this long expedition on skis, my husband called to say, because he had kept it to himself, not to worry me, that Nix was not doing fine. And on that call that day, he said, "Hey, I have to tell you, you have to talk with Nix. I don't know what's going on, but she's not fine." And I just remember it was like, this, yeah, you know. And I was like, okay, I'm going to talk to her, and she's going to be okay. It's just because she might just have a little bit down or something. And when I was talking with her, she just wanted to be hugged, and she was when I was talking with her, she was playful, but she just wanted to be hugged and to be safe and feeling secure. And actually, a situation in real life was just deteriorating very quickly. She was not getting better at all. She had really huge growth here on the neck, and also yeah, well, in different places and on her body, and they were growing very quickly. Like she had cancer, and it was just spreading super fast. And every time I was doing energy healing with her and talking with her, which was like nearly a lot during the day because I was on my own skiing for kilometers and kilometers every day, so I had time to talk with her. And I could feel she was like, she was really next to me, and she was skiing with me, and she just wanted to be hugged. And actually, at some point, I was like, okay, she doesn't want to heal. And okay, I'm gonna try to cry here. But she just didn't want to heal at all. She just wanted to be with me, to be like so close to me that it was not even possible as long as she was alive. So I got this very quickly, but still I was like, no, we're gonna make it work. She's gonna heal, and um, and the vet said we can do something. And I was trying to cling on like um, classic medicine and all these things. If even if deep down I knew she was going away, and so break. Okay, sorry, but I'm still gonna do it even if I have red eyes because I think it's super important. And so I stopped the expedition a week earlier than planned. For technical issue, my ski broke, so I couldn't really keep on. But still, my mind was like, it was. I had such a heavy heart. It was so difficult to know that this was going on, and also Corona was starting at that time. This COVID stuff, and I knew that no one would come on the arrival. At my arrival, Nix couldn't come. Of course, she couldn't even travel, but it was not gonna. This expedition was not gonna have the end we were hoping, and so I had to stop a week earlier. But I was, it was fine for me, and I think it lasted 2 more weeks, and then we said, okay, no, now we just have to accept that Nix wants to go away, and actually, when we decided, her sister's part was also calmer, and it was as if once we had decided, okay, Nix, we're gonna let you go, everything calmed down. It was super hard. Uh, I'm not gonna go into that details because I'm gonna cry again. But it was really hard, and it was the toughest time in my one of the toughest time in my life to let her go. But all the time, like break again. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Right, better. Yeah, so I was saying that actually all along, even the day we decided that she had to go, and it was hard because my husband was in Switzerland alone, I was in Finland, and um, and Nix was like so close to me. I could feel her. She was with me, and that's what she wanted. She wanted to be with me, and as at some point I knew that it meant that something was going to change. Like she had been in that part of my life, and so many things happened in these 10 years we were together. Not even, she was 8 or 9. But that now something else was going to happen. I knew it, even if I was just crying all my tears, and it was super hard. I knew it was meaning something. And that's what I want to tell you, is that your animal, if she decides to leave earlier, like old age, like earlier than her time, no, it's not the right way to put it. If they leave for us too early, like at such a young age, it's because there's something much bigger that we can't really figure out at that moment. If they choose to leave, then there's a reason. Even probably, and what I've found out is usually the reason they were with us here now on this planet Earth is over, and they have another mission, and maybe it's for us, but from another dimension. What they had they have done all they can, what all they were meant to do for us, with us, in this lifetime, in this dimension, and now they are meant to help us or to be with us from another plane or from another dimension, because they can be more efficient and they can help us and be more with us, more present with us from another dimension. And I know for humans, like, we need to feel, we need the touch, we need all this. It's super hard to think. And also because most of the time we think that death is a mistake. Death is the end of something. Or no, it's the end. But that's not the end. It's the end of that body shape, of that. Um, it's only a part of it. It's not the end of everything at all. And I think it's in Abraham Hicks. I don't know if you follow them, but one they said that actually death is not like uh, the end of life; it's the beginning of it. It's like if you open the cage of a bird, instead of being in a closed room, even if the room is beautiful, it's when you open the door, and then it's even more beautiful out there. And so thinking like this helped me tremendously to see the death of Nix, and actually of all my lovely animals, from another point of view. And actually sometimes we can't figure out, we can't see the bigger picture, or at this other level, other, we can't put things in a different perspective right then, when the grief is so strong and the pain is so deep and hard. Um, so don't think that if your animal disappear, is gone, or die too soon, it's your fault. There's a reason, and our animal friends have their own agenda. They are with us for a purpose, a reason. We don't meet by chance, and they are there to bring something to us, and we are there to bring them something too. Um, it's a partnership. It's like in every relationship. But we have to accept that when they decide to go, they decide to go. They have their own free will. And it's not our fault. And I think that's the worst and the hardest part, is the guilt. We feel so guilty. And I mean, I felt really guilty because I thought I had abandoned Nix by leaving her home. I mean, she was not with me, but she was in a place that she knew. She was with people she knew and everything, and her sister and the animals of the home, but of the house. But I was not with her, and I thought I had abandoned her, and I was the reason she decided to die. And since her death, I had many conversations with her, and actually she's with me all the time. And she's the one guiding me now on this path of animal communication and energy healing, and really pushing me to do it and not to stop when things don't really work at the first time. And she's actually the one who, I would say, pushed me into Huskies, because that's how it started. I was so sad, and I was so miserable to be alone in Finland with her just dead. I mean, she was just gone. And I had Ola, only my horse, with me. But you know, horses, dogs, cats, they all have different personalities, and it brings other comfort, let's say, or other relationships. So I was missing dogs, and I decided to go and try and work with Huskies, you know, as a volunteer, as I was in Finland before I could go back to Switzerland. And because of Corona, they didn't take any volunteer. But at the place I went to, they said, "Yeah, we have dogs for to be rehomed. Do you want to take one and see if you can train them and then bring that dog back?" And actually, I went there. There were Bobby, Quint, and all these guys, and Bobby was the one coming to me, and I knew at the minute why he came to me, that I would just take him and he would stay with me. And that's how it started, because then we adopted Quint, and now we have 8 sled dogs, because I went back and worked there for much longer. And it started a whole different story that would not have been possible if Nix were there. And why that? Because Nix was so possessive, and she just wanted me. She would have never accepted any other dogs. And I would never have worked or been with Huskies if she had been there, because I would have waited, as she, you know, she was Nix. I could not have any other dogs with me. on the opposite, Sparta, who's still with us and totally fine, is enjoying the company of these other dogs in our home and house now. So, I mean, even if it was like the hardest thing ever, it she helped me go in on that path of huskies, and she's still guiding me, and she's still walking with us. I can feel her, and sometimes I can even see glimpses of her running around. So yeah, don't feel guilty if your animal dies, and if something, if they leave you too soon. Um, of course, the grief is there, and this is totally normal, like with every death of this human or animal form. We, because that's what we are so attached to. But they never leave you; they are still with you, and you can still communicate with. And there's probably a reason you are not aware of why they leave you, and also either it's because they have to bring you something different, or you're entering a new period of your life, or they can help you in a different way from where they are then. And honestly, I believe animals are very smart, and they want to be healthy. And when they decide to leave, before we even notice, sometimes they know before us that there's something going on in their body. Their body is not as fit or as healthy as they want it to be, and they are ready to go because they like to enjoy life. They like to enjoy being free, running and having fun. Just be aware that they're not as attached as we are to their bodily form. They are attached to this life force, to feeling vibrant, to enjoy life. And for some, it can be, some pets, a cat or dog can be, I don't know, really limping and everything, but they are still very happy to be there. And for some, it's just not thinking. They just want to be free and to be totally healthy, and they would rather go than stay in a diminished form. So just remember, your animal has free will, and that's why they leave. And if sometimes we can't understand because they've been run over by a car or something, I still believe, even if it's super hard for us to understand it this way, that in a way there's some free will. It was their time. And I hope this can help you go over a very hard loss and this deep, deep grief. But still, feel the grief. But yes, the grief is there. The loss of the physical form is there for sure. And we have emotions, we need to feel them. But it was just to give you a message that uh, don't feel so guilty. There's a reason behind all this. And in time, you will find out. And just remember, you can always, always communicate with your animal, even when they are on the other side. Okay, so that was it for today's video. Quite a different topic, but tell me if that can help you. If I tell you how you can communicate with a dead animal, an animal that is on the other side. And I use oracle cards to communicate with my dead animals. So if you're interested in that topic too, I would love to do a video, but please let me know, share in the comments below. And if you like that video and my other videos, please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe and share if you think that my videos can help other animal lovers and owners. So until next video, I wish you a wonderful day. Bye, lots of love.